The new world order is here. I hope you're waking up to this. I hope that you're realizing what's really happening here. There is a real division that has already occurred here. There is a real separation that I need you to really be centered in your position, because you will have to pick your side. Because if you stay neutral and go with the flow at this time, you're going to see yourself getting swept away very quickly. You're going to see yourself being brainwashed and being conditioned and not even realize. Eventually, you're going to lose your sovereignty over yourself. So right now, if you're not there already, it is very important for you to pick your side. And I'm not talking about pick a side based on what is happening in the world, but pick your side based on where your heart is calling you to. Are you being inspired to govern yourself? Are you being responsible right now? Are you being activated in your soul calling and heart, where you're being asked to finally listen to yourself and respect yourself and take action to help yourself? If you're in that group of people, then yes, you're doing the right thing. You are doing exactly what you need to do to lead yourself to this path of sovereignty. And in that group of people, you will continue to see light. You will continue to receive blessings. And you are in the right path of being taken care of by the divine. Now let's talk about the people who are being led by the evil. The tricky thing about this is that you don't have to be acting on evil intentions right this second to be part of this group. Like I said, if you're staying neutral right now, if you're staying passive rather, you're not necessarily thinking clearly and you're not choosing to think critically for yourself right now, and you're just doing whatever you're being told to do, you're thinking whatever they're showing you, you are getting swept away to that direction. Remember, the evil doesn't always expose itself as evil. It sometimes shows up as the very thing that you were looking for. So sometimes the evil is going to look like a dream come true. This is the area where you're continuously being tested. And this is why there's all these discussions about selling your soul, right? When you don't have that center to yourself, when you are not rooted in your values and morals and integrity especially, it is very easy for you to sell your soul and do whatever it takes to get to your goals, right? And especially if those goals revolve around money and fame and status, wealth, authority. If these egotistical desires are what inspire you, then it is going to be very easy for you to become an opportunist and do whatever it takes to even compromise on your soul and your heart. This is not a matter of are you a good person or not. Everybody wants to be a good person. And every person who does evil things believes that they're a good person. Not every evil person thinks that they're evil. I mean, some do know that they're evil and they like it. But some people who do evil things genuinely believe that they're righteous in their deeds. And that's why it is scary, and that is why you can no longer rely on your external circumstances or even people around you to tell you what it means to be a good person. Right now, more than ever, because there is a separation, and yes, the timelines have split. This is the new world that we're leading to. This is a new earth that has been talked about for years. Maybe you've heard about this, maybe you've read about this, and I'm not saying this to incite fear in you, but I'm here to remind you of your power. Why it's so necessary for you to choose right now. Which direction are you going to? Are you going to pick a side / direction where you're responsible for yourself and you're going to govern yourself over every single thing that you think and do, as opposed to just doing things just because they're telling you to do it, believing things just because they're telling you it's the truth? You gotta pick. Because once again, if you're being passive right now, if you're not taking responsibility over yourself, if you're not questioning yourself and challenging yourself and choosing growth, then you are siding with the evil. The evil doesn't mean that you're doing evil things against people, but it is also the people who are staying complicit and silent while there is atrocity and injustice taking place right before your eyes. If you're silent and complicit when evil things are happening right before your eyes, you are siding with the evil because you're allowing it, you're enabling it. Understand? Nobody is getting away with this. Nobody. So you have to pick your side. You see, talking about a specific context that is taking place in the world right now, such as the genocide taking place in Gaza, the reason why most people in the West who have the privilege to speak up and who have the privilege to use their voice, the reason why they're complicit right now is because they're not activated in their personal power. They might be activated in their other power, in other facets of their life, where they have the ability to make money, they have the ability to care for what they want to care about, they have the ability to pick and choose where they're going to empathize with, but they have not activated their personal power, their real spirit within, which if you're truly connected with your true spirit within, that's where you really truly understand this beauty of oneness, the one mind consciousness. But people who operate off of ego and people who are working under this premise of false God are people who are selfish, who are self-centered, who think that their peace matters the most, and therefore so they feel righteous in ignoring things that they don't have to tend to. that ignore things that they're not personally impacted by. These are people who are righteous in those behaviors and beliefs, where they will be continued to enabled in those deeds that side with the evil, which is ignorance, which is violence. In essence, you are going to see the divide very clearly. But the more clear you are about your values and the more clear you are about yourself, the more clear the world is going to become to you. This is not the time that where you side with people outside of yourself based on what they're saying, because everybody's righteous right now. Everybody's saying that they're a good person. And you might be confused, but if you're confused, it's because you're not clear in your own values. You're not centered in yourself. So for you, if you want clarity, then you must seek that center within yourself. You must find the desire and the will to find sovereignty within yourself first, and connect with your spirit first. And then the direction outside of yourself will become clear to you. One thing for sure, you have a choice right now, and if you're not choosing, you will be left behind in this low vibrational realm.